Oh, oh, hello, 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 everybody. It is I, dun 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 dun, Juju, aka the Rainbow Sheep. Hello, everyone, and welcome to D&D Night with the Razorcrest Isles, which includes our party of me as Juju, Michael as Jasnah, James as Farwin, Bryn as Vesper, and our wonderful DM, Will. Thank you all so much for being here. Feel free, if you want to know more about our players, to !player in the chat. Also, just a friendly reminder that mostly during D&D nights, I tend to just type in chat a lot. I don't really talk directly to chat with my voice just because I don't want to interrupt anybody. So if you would like to say hi, make sure you say hello in chat. And thank you all so much for being here for Razorcrest Isles. And I hope we're going to have a good time. We just left the underwater land. We're back in the big city. Let's get to.
We're making fun of my cat, if anybody's curious.
Which cat?
Tibby.
Is that the dumb one?
Yep.
Got it.
The one that has Professor in their name?
Yep. Professor
okay.
Tibbins.
What's he the professor?
So, can everybody hear me now?
Yes.
My audio quality is probably going to be a little bit worse for the time being. RTX has decided it wants to crash, and I cannot get it to start up, and I do not have the time or energy to reinstall it fully.
You sound fine.
I'm mostly just worried about background noise, because usually I filter out a lot of that.
True.
So my voice quality will be the same, but you'll probably hear a couple of extra fans.
I don't think you should refer to your fellow D&D players as your fans.
I mean, like, isn't Michael my biggest fan?
Oh, I said, yeah. I'm on your my face. That's the one where you tweet.
All right, I'm good. We're good?
We're good.
Are we live? Are we on the internet?
We are live on the internet.
Oh God, we're on the internet.
Oh, I'm so sorry, the internet. Hello, D&D. We're back again. Eventually, we'll do weekly once life stops happening. I love how you just went up to show the shirt as if you're on camera.
Yay!
I am, to James and Linda.
The birthday shirt.
Hell yeah.
But we're back. It's D&D hours. Who's doing the recap? Who's in it?
Go in ocean. Find not that much, except for dust in the ocean. Come up. Guy Angie don't wanna, or Lady Angie don't wanna go back in ocean. Big shark. Big shark. Go home.
There were a couple of casual murders in the middle of that, but yeah.
Casual.
Those were fish murders.
They were fish murders, but they were still casual and murders.
Wait, okay. Would those be prosecuted under aquatic law or land
maritime
level law?
Baby.
Maritime law. Okay, not concerned.
I mean, do you know how many unsolved murders happen on cruise ships?
No.
At least 2.
Frankly, it's a disturbing amount.
I think I read, like, one of those grocery store romance novels about a cruise ship murder when I was in Ireland many years ago. It wasn't very good. I couldn't put it down.
Well, glad you remembered the random book. Or whatever it was.
You're welcome.
Alright. Let's see if things won't work again. Wow, my audio is real borked. Spotify's not even working.
Just because you got the voice mod thing and now it just ruined everything.
I have honestly no, like, RTS just decided to crash on me. Like, that just happens. But I don't know why. There we go. Spotify's working again. I think it fucked up Spotify, but I've solved that problem. RTX can be solved another day. With that recap done, though, you are all, after another long journey on the water, finally pulling into port, back in Ioris. Sea legs, much sturdier than the time you first stepped onto this boat, many, many moons ago. And as you pull back into the city for daytime, it is a crisp, beautiful morning, a little bit of a cool wind off the ocean, but otherwise, no detriments, no clouds in the sky. It's a beautiful day. What would you like to do?
Well, me personally, James the player is at an impasse. Because James wants Farwin to learn new magic. I don't think Farwin wants to learn new magic or knows that he should or could.
I think the first thing we should do is get paid.
Yes.
So to the money place.
All right. If you are to go for your payment, that would be the Office of the Protectorate. You're able to make your way off the boat, disembark, say your goodbyes to the crew and to the nerds, and make your way over to the office. The ever full hall of adventurers, the quest board, and the main desk where you can see individuals waiting for you. You wait in line for maybe about 10 minutes as there are people meeting up with their representatives. As you make your way to the desk, you'll be greeted by a half-orc gentleman who'll just, yes, what can I do for you?
We did it. We finished our things and protected the nerds, and they're not dead now.
You'll have to be a bit more specific than that.
I would assume that we kept like the paper of like the job, and I would want to pull it out.
Okay, you pull out the job flyer. He goes, and he'll pull out a pair of spectacles. Let me check the file for this job. Did you have a party name it was under?
I think when we signed up, we didn't have our party name, so it might have just been under my name, Juju Rosewater. But now we have one.
Well, we can update your file very shortly here. Rosewater and the date. And from a drawer, he'll pull out the file. Ah, yes, this is the file I'm looking for. On request from the College of Ioun. Unmolested and unassailed. We will have to confer with the college, but that will take a short minute here. We are directly next door, thankfully. If you'd like, please make your way to the second floor. We can serve you some tea while you wait, and then we can have your payment distributed as thus.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you.
Oh, but you mentioned a name change on your file.
Oh, yeah. We're called the Pink Cloak Gang.
Pink Cloak Gang. And he's just gonna flip through a couple pieces of paper, grab 4 of them, take a new one and ink it out, staple them all together, and shove it back in the file. Right, that is taken care of with the name change. The payment will be given to the Pink Cloak Gang as soon as the job is confirmed.
It's because of the pink cloaks.
I had assumed, yes.
Yeah.
They are very fetching, not a bit damp.
Bye-bye.
Right, we'll have another representative with you shortly.
Thank you.
You guys head upstairs. You are served tea. You wait for about 20-30 minutes. Look over the balcony every now and then, see a bunch of adventurers going up with jobs, most of them being accepted, some of them getting rejected because they're too fresh or too low rank.
Farwin,
Yes, Vesper?
what's your favorite color?
Well, I really like when it's spring and the flowers start to bloom, and near the house I used to live in, we had these bright yellow flowers, so I guess it's yellow.
That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Last bit of time will go by as you finish conversation here and there. And another representative will come in. Human woman, shorter, black hair. Just go, right. Your job has been confirmed by the college. As such, payment shall be distributed. And now, and she will look behind her, and you'll see that same half-orc as well as another individual, another human, carrying a larger chest up to your table and just clank it on the floor. The full amount is 1,000 gold's worth of coinage. We were not fortunate enough to have 1,000 gold on hand, so it is a mix of copper, silver, and gold, as is permitting. And she'll wing it open and show you the vast stash of coin. I take it this will be to your liking.
Wow, that's so much gold.
Yeah, that is good. Thank you.
Well, we can leave this with you, or we can have it delivered to wherever you need.
Does anybody have like a bank account? I don't.
A what?
I'm a child.
Okay. Great, we'll just take it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much for doing business with us. And as this job has been completed, do note that you are free and available for additional jobs. Should we have need of anybody pressing and you are in the city, you may be summoned.
How should we expect the form of the summons?
An emissary will be sent.
Okay.
Right. Thank you. And she will give a little head nod and walk away with her two strapping young men.
Guys, what are we gonna do with all this money? We could buy enough. Well, actually, houses in the woods are kind of free. I could buy a lot of glaives, but this one's special because it was given me by. What do we do with all this money?
We could honestly, this could be seed money. We can buy a modest amount of, sheep or alpacas, and we can start a very lucrative business. It has slow returns at first, but with time, we can, have our own household.
We could open a restaurant.
That would be really cool. Have you guys ever played in a campaign that derailed that hard, by the way?
Literally the last one we played.
That one did not derail that hard. We still killed Tiamat.
Still have.
While managing our Denny's.
I had a friend who played in a game. It was Vampire, and there was supposed to be a gang war that was supposed to cause drama and then unite them against a greater foe. But they just killed the other gang and Diablerized them. And basically, the way Vampire works is if you drink the blood of a stronger vampire, you move up to their level. And they just kept doing that until they got into a war with the United States government. And that's how you derail a campaign.
They drank the blood of the United States government.
Yes,
All
the
of
president's a vampire.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's why he's sleepy during the day.
That doesn't surprise me.
Okay, we could. Well, Farwin, you wanted to see what happened to that other person that
yeah.
died.
I do. We should do that, but I don't think we should look into the carrying around this chest. I mean, I could make it invisible. We could hide it somewhere, but then we might lose it because it would be invisible. So that's not a very good idea. Forget I said that.
We could get a room in an inn and just rent it for like the next week and kind of figure it out.
What did you say about like a bank account?
I don't know if they have one here. I just read about it in a book where you can like give them all your money and they hold it for you. And then if you need it, you get it back. But you can only get it back there. So we'd kind of be making like a statement that this is our home base, and I'm not sure I'm really into that idea, you know?
But if we wanted to move, we could take our money out of the home base.
Yeah?
And then get another home base?
Or we could hide it in a closet.
But we don't own a closet. We'd have to borrow the closet.
We could buy a closet.
If we divide it amongst the four of us, I'm sure, I mean, it would be a little jingly, but they're gonna fit in each of our respective bags.
It is like 40 to 50 pounds of coins split among copper and silver and gold.
Is there like an alderman in this town where we could exchange our coins for
I saw
bigger
a few
coins?
old men on the street.
No, an alderman.
Yeah, an older man.
Alderman.
Like in the church, like an altar?
No, like someone that has authority and respect of the town, manages the resources of the town. I think a city is just like a really big, dirty, loud, disgusting town.
Yeah.
So there should be one.
Juju, you live here. What do people do with money?
Well, I don't know. I was a college student. I didn't have this much money before.
That's very real.
Wow,
yeah,
painfully real. I think base level knowledge. There is a bank. It is in the inner city, and there is an alderman somewhere in the outer city. You can pick where it is.
So I mean, potentially we could just get all these little coins turned into a bigger coin that's easier to carry around. Or we can do this a bank, which, to be honest, sounds ludicrous.
No, I agree. That sounds like a horrible idea. Let's go find the old guy.
Actually, no, they were all over together, right?
I would hope so. I wouldn't trust a young alderman.
I would trust you if you were an old man.
But I'm not old.
Yet.
Hey.
Oh. A lady person who gave us this money?
She is gone. You have not left the table.
Oh, goodbye.
You can go find her or somebody else very quickly.
Another adult, please.
Adult? Hello?
Any colorful individual around here that looks approachable, but not too approachable?
I mean, like, you've just described half of their staff. You described to me who you'd approach.
Someone approachable, but not too approachable.
Is the orc man too busy?
If you look for him, he is currently at the desk. It looks like he is between patrons at the moment.
Excuse me, can you point us to the alderman?
No, the alderman, yes. If you head out through the outer city and you take a turn for the north end, that is a right turn going out of the outer city. Go up to the north end of the marketplace and then to the east, towards about the middle half. He rides inside of a wooden building there.
What does he smell like?
Smell?
Yes.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Hmm.
I can't smell anything.
Oh, my apologies. Okay, I smell a lot of stuff, so that's usually how I get around. But anyway, I'm talking too much about myself. Thank you for your assistance. Goodbye.
Okay, have a wonderful day, young man.
Thank you.
Do you get around by smell, Farwin?
Yeah, we followed my nose once, remember?
Yeah.
It worked out.
So I guess we're gonna start going then, so we can make sure our money is safe.
I would like to make a perception check to track down the alderman.
You may make a perception check.
I'm trying to sniff out some old people.
They do have a certain smell.
So as you start sniffing, you look around. I swear you smell some old people. You walk out of the inner city. The old people smell's getting stronger and stronger. You look to your left. There's a group of old people standing by a cart.
I'll never be able to find him like. Well, second thought, I'll try the directions.
If you follow his directions, and you go out to the outer city, you take a right, you go through the market to the north end, and towards the east look for a wooden building, you would find a wooden building with a signpost outside that says Alderman in 3 languages.
And what does this building smell like?
Juniper.
Got it. Juniper. Okay, great. Well, we're here.
That's good.
Jasnah, you do the talking. You're good with old people. Because you're
Because
old?
I'm what?
You're old, I think.
How old do you think I am?
I'd say at least 54.
I was gonna go for 37.
Somewhere between those, probably, maybe.
I summon the blade and kill Vesp. No.
Oh my gosh.
Campaign over! Vesper is dead. Jasnah is in jail. Farwin is held in contempt, but put into juvenile care.
And
I
Juju
just want to
cries.
go back to my farm in the woods.
I walk in, and if anyone cares to join me, that would be great.
I will join Jasnah. Okay. As you enter, it is a simple wooden building. There is a table and a couple of chairs out front. There is a small bell with a little rope swing that you can ring. And there are a couple doors and a staircase.
I grab the rope and dungan, dungan, dungan.
As you ring the bell, you'll hear some shuffling, and from the top of the staircase, you'll see somebody swing around. You see about 20s to 30s human wearing slightly ill-fitting clothing, like a little bit too big on them. Swing around and just, hello, are you here for Alderman services?
Yes, indeed. We are looking to take a lot of coin and hopefully get smaller amounts, but just bigger than denomination.
Okay, that's definitely something we do. How much money?
It is a 1,000 gold worth.
He just kind of he nods his head and stares off into space a little bit.
Who is carrying the chest?
That's a great question.
Who has non-negative strength? Vesper was carrying the chest.
Also, insight check.
That I have non-negative strength?
No, that he like started off in a space and
You may roll. So he's staring off into space. The things you gather from this individual, between his demeanor, his appearance, and his hurried nature, it doesn't seem like he's been doing this for too long.
hello? Are you
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
1,000 gold. Right.
Yes.
We definitely offer currency exchange. How much are you wanting to exchange out? What denominations is your money in?
These ones, and I put the chest up on the thing and open it.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of coins. I can understand why you wouldn't want to carry around that many coins. Very heavy, very stealable. Well, not as stealable as it would be if you were carrying like 10 coins worth that much money, but heavy.
I know. I just carried it here.
I mean, imagine spilling that, dropping it, and just losing about half your money because it all rolls away into the pavement.
Has that happened often?
More people than you'd think, yes.
Can I look around with a perception check?
What are you looking for specifically?
I'm just suspicious. I don't know. Like, does this guy really work here? Or is this some sort of, like, elaborate con? Is the
Money
alderman's
laundering?
place being robbed as we happen to walk into it and this guy's the grifter?
Make an investigation check for me.
Oh no, I'm not good at that. It's a 10.
Okay. Nothing looks out of place in here. Like, if you're looking at doors, nothing looks forced, nothing looks broken. There's no, like, skid marks, seams, or liquids on the ground. Like, the only thing that you could say is off is this guy is wearing ill-fitted clothing, but it doesn't look like his clothes are, like, from a different person. It just looks like he has a bad tailor.
Got it.
That, or he was, like, a couple pounds heavier and slimmed out of his clothes.
Okay, thank
Both very possible. But he'll come down to the table. He'll look at it. He'll reach out first and stop himself. May I count and denominate?
Yeah, denominate all you want. I follow Paylor. Whatever you need.
Oh, I meant, like, coins into their respective groups of copper, silver, gold, and confirm the amount.
Oh, yes, please.
Right. And he's gonna crack his fingers, and he is going to start very quickly separating out coins, like bum, 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 onto the table into groups of tens and tens and tens, like, and he will, in minutes, have separated out many stacks of copper, silver, and gold, and it takes him about 6 minutes total until he has the whole chest emptied out. And he'll just scan over it once and go, right, yep, 10,000 gold. No, 10,000. Oh man, that's too big a number. 1,000. Sorry, I have a bad habit of adding an extra 0 when I speak out loud. 1,000 gold. Currently, you have 470 in copper right here. That's the majority of the weight. That's the problem right here. You've only got about 100 gold in actual gold. That's another problem, is that they didn't give you any large gold pieces. They only gave you regular gold pieces. I don't know why they didn't give you any large gold pieces. That seems like it would be the reasonable thing to do. And then the rest of it's all in silver. And silver's fine. Silver spends anywhere you go. But the problem with silver is that, and he'll bite it once, and, like, it'll look a little bit deformed is that it's really malleable, so it's not really great for currency. I don't know why people still use it. And he'll put it back down in a stack. Okay. How do you want to scale it up?
The least amount of coins we have to carry.
Okay.
With some actual spendable coin as well.
I mean, all coin is spendable coin in Ioris. It just depends on how you're going about it.
I mean, if we go into like a cobbler, you know, we don't want to be paying with the largest denomination and they can't make change.
Okay, well that's very fair. How much do you want to keep in small coinage then? Because obviously, again, and he'll point to like the vast swath of fucking copper in front of him. This isn't gonna cut it. You're gonna be carrying around this chest for the rest of your life if you keep all of this. But I understand it, and he'll pull out of a sack on his side, and he'll pull out a very large gold coin. You cannot pay a cobbler a large gold coin. They do not have the funds to break a large gold coin. It's just not.
Oh, I've never seen a hay penny in person. I've only heard the
What the fuck's
fans.
a hay penny?
A big gold coin?
Is that what you call it when you're not? Are you from the boonies or something?
It's a mountain. Is a boonie a
That's
term for a
you're from the
mountain?
boonies. Large gold coin. Clack. Gold coin. Clack. 1, 5. Simple, right?
No. I think like 10 silver. And then the rest in big.
Okay, I can do that.
For me, I don't want to speak for everybody. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm okay with that.
So does everybody want 10 silver for themselves?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 40 silver, and he'll separate 40 silver and just slide it back towards you. He'll slide all the rest of the silver and copper to one side. Actually, he's going to take the chest, take it off the table on one side, and just shove his arm so all the coins fall in the chest. Alright. Now, gold coin. Do you want to upscale, or do you want to keep it as it is? You've got 100 regular gold coins.
How much do we get each? We get 250 gold each? In terms of amount?
Yeah, if you were to split it evenly, it's 250 apiece.
We should turn some of the copper into gold, just because that's such a pain in the ass. And then maybe turn a good amount of the gold into hay pennies.
Yeah.
Okay. So 10, how about 10 silver each, and like 5 hay pennies each, and the rest in gold?
Okay. So he's gonna do a little bit of finger wiggling in the air. Okay, yeah, that works. He's gonna pull out 20, or he's gonna, 1 second here, and he's gonna go back upstairs, and he's gonna bring down his own chest, and he's gonna, excuse me a moment, he's gonna turn around so you can't see the face of it, do something on the front and open it, and from inside he will pull out an additional 9 of the, or actually no, he's gonna pull out an additional 19 of the large gold coins. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Right. 100 gold. Next, he's going to split up the gold that's already on the table into 4 separate piles of 25 each. And then he's just going to start, okay. So we've already got 104 golds worth covered. So I need to get you 896 gold. You sure you don't want more large gold coins?
You know what? Let's get some more large some hay pennies.
I'm just gonna double you up, and he's gonna pull out another 20. And for the purposes of keeping this on your character sheet, put it in the Electrum slot.
Nice.
Wait, for which are we putting
For the large gold coins.
Okay, so not the platinum slot?
Not the platinum slot, because platinum does still exist, just not regular.
Got it.
I have to give
many
Will a
is
lot of credit. Sorry, go ahead.
How many are we putting in?
So you are putting in 10 Electrum each, or 10 large gold coins each.
I have to give Will so much credit because we're such fucking adults talking about like, oh well, you can't use Visa, this fucking town, so we got to use Discover here, and you just did math for us, bud. Thank you.
I mean, yeah. So now we're at the 200 mark for each of you. So now I only need another 796 gold. So he's just gonna start making stacks, and he's gonna stack up 199 gold. Again, he's very quick with his hands, and so he'll stack up 199 gold and take a sack and scoot it all in and put it next to a stack of the large gold coins, and he'll do that 3 more times. All right, so each of you should have 199 gold, 40 silver, and 20 each of the large gold coins. I think I did my math right. I did my math right.
I can't
Sure.
do math.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 1,000. Right. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Are you okay?
I'm just way better with. And he's gonna point to all the coins. And he's gonna point to all of you.
I do have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Sorry, because I'm from the mountains. Sorry, the boonies, as you like to call them. How many copper are in a halfpenny? I've heard of halfpennies, but how many copper are in one halfpenny?
Okay, let me give you an example. And he'll put 1 copper on the table. Copper.
Mm-hmm.
Then he'll put 10 copper, silver. Then he'll very quickly put out 100 copper, gold.
Oh, excuse me?
Did you not? From here, and he's gonna draw a box around the 100 copper. This is a gold. This is 1 gold.
Oh.
And then, and he's going to stack, not out, but up, 5 times higher. That's a large gold coin.
Oh. Oh.
You can buy a lot of tomatoes.
Oh yeah, tomatoes.
Oh.
Did they not teach you math?
Jasnah just takes a gold,
I don't think they have math over there.
slides it over to the alderman, and walks out in a cold sweat with her share.
Doesn't that mean she was hitting on him?
No, I think she does it with fruit.
Oh.
That's what happened. Please.
Oh no.
Well, I think we've all learned a lot today about something.
I don't think I've learned anything actually.
Let's go.
Alright, well, thanks for the tip, I guess. Nice. Cool.
What was your name?
Oh, right, I never introduced myself. Yeah, my name's Staven.
David?
I don't like the.
Staven.
Staven.
Staven. Staven. Not id. In.
Oh,
I don't-
Staven.
Staven.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Goodbye.
Wow.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. He's gonna just 1,000-yard stare you again.
Basil waves as we leave.
Yep, leaving.
Alright, well, all of you please add your various currency forms to your inventories. And now that you have been to the Alderman, what's the next plan of action?
Should we find out who cut that guy's head off?
What are we gonna do with all this money now that we have it?
You guys do have a ridiculous amount of money, and all of you would consider this a ridiculous amount of money. This is more money than any of you has ever had in your possession at any time, by magnitudes.
I think that we might be able to buy a few more sheep than I thought we could buy.
I don't disagree, but I do want to find who cut that person's head off, but I also feel like with this much money, we can use it to make that easier somehow. You know?
I don't know.
Well-
Would the sheep help?
I don't think the sheep would help.
Juju, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I just feel like if we're really set on trying to figure that murder mystery out, we should at least probably get an update since it's gone for a bit.
True.
Perhaps we can ask, I don't know, a guard or one of the people that's always shouting about different things in the city.
Yeah, one of the shouting people.
I mean, there are a lot of people shouting all the time. You could be a little more specific than the shouting people.
They're the ones that are like, you know, oh, something taxes, and oh, I don't know, there's a perv on the east side of town, stuff like that.
Or we can find your old date.
Oh my gosh.
It
What was his name?
wasn't
Frank? I forget. I'm remembering Frank for some reason.
great. It wasn't a date.
Okay. But that's a very good idea, Juju. We should do that.
Whichever one comes first.
Farwin,
Frank.
you remembered... Sorry, go ahead, Juju.
I was just gonna say Frank or a town. Was it the town crier? I think that's what they're called.
That is, in fact, what they were called. Yonder Yelly Boys.
Farwin,
Yeah.
you remember the part of town that you were trying to get to find, you know, this beheader?
Oh, yeah, where the construction was, right?
That is where the first body was slated to have been appearing.
Well, I think we should find a loud person first.
If you guys go around, it's not hard to find a town crier. They do wear very particular uniforms. They have a triangular hat. They have a gold bell or a gold coated bell that they are ringing, and they are wearing a blue and purple sash with a white robe.
That's a look.
It is a look. It's a very particular look. I did a little bit of research on what old town criers kind of looked like. There wasn't really a good consensus. Like, they're in poorer towns, they obviously look like poor people, but in richer towns, they had to look official.
So that way people believe them.
Yeah, so I just kind of hodgepodged it. Welcome to my thought process, internet.
Love it.
But yeah, you are able to find town crier, who's currently speaking with a couple of individuals, not yelling and ringing his bell, about the current news. After a few moments, they'll pass on, and he'll wave them off. And you can either wait until he starts ringing his bell and yelling again, or you could approach him beforehand. It's your lives, livers, livies.
I sit down in the street and wait patiently.
Okay. As you sit down, you said you were sitting down in the street. Somebody is just gonna bump into you and say, "Hey, watch it!"
Oh.
What do you mean? I'm down here and you're up there. You can't see me down here?
You're in the road.
I'm waiting for the yelling.
And he's gonna wave a hand and keep walking.
Cities. Ugh.
Hey, yelling man.
No response.
Rude, jeez.
I mean, you call a man with a job a yelling man.
Sir?
He'll turn. Yes, what can I do for you, ma'am?
Have there any been more, dead guys? Have there any more been dead guys?
Are you quite alright?
No.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, this is my friend. We were just out to sea recently, and before we left, there was a lot of murders happening, mostly in Old Town, and we were really concerned about it when we were on our way back, because we just want to make sure for our safety.
Well, if you're worried about Old Town, you'd better stay clear. It is as it was. It has been that way for a bit over a month now.
Wait, what's he saying?
Jasnah, come over here.
Do it with the bell. That's why we came here.
He's not doing it for a show, he's giving us information. There's dead people, Jasnah. It's serious.
I like the bell.
Is she being serious right now?
She's not from here, don't worry about it.
Okay, well, to summarize, more beheadings have been happening. The only thing we've been told is to tell travelers and residents who do not live in Old Town to avoid going there at any time. Workers and residents of Old Town are to be inside their homes by a certain curfew. Otherwise, that is the information I am allowed to dole currently.
Basil turns around and starts miming all of that to Jasnah.
More people getting haircuts in old man house. Not walk night. Not walk night. Why are they getting haircuts?
Have you ever heard of Sweeney Todd?
Who?
Right, the boonies. They go in for a haircut and then they get their head cut off. More than what they asked for.
How do you pay at the end?
You don't.
Oh.
Well, you probably brought the money with you, so then I'm assuming you get robbed, but you're dead, so who cares?
Wouldn't they find out from the people that all get the same haircut?
More people are dead. How many people are dead, Mr. Loud, sir?
I am not at liberty to say.
Not that loud.
I can direct you to the city guard, but even then, they are keeping things tight-lipped.
Do you know where Frank is? Guardman Frank.
I don't know any Franks.
Inside check.
He doesn't know any Franks.
Frankly, I found that hard to believe.
You can find it as hard to believe as you want. My name's not Frankly.
It's my next D&D character, Frank Lee. Do you... Okay. So, okay. Well, I, for one, think we should do the exact opposite of what he just said and go into Old Town and see what's happening.
Jasnah will join you guys. Okay, so what are we doing?
Should we go to the Protectorate first and see if there's a job? Maybe we can pick it up.
Do you think there would be a job in Old Town?
No, like a job to investigate all the bad stuff that's happening in Old Town.
Ooh, but if there is a job in Old Town and there isn't a job for the murder case, then we can pick up the job in the Old Town and then have an excuse to be there whenever we want.
Maybe that dog got out again, too.
I am concerned about the dog.
Mr. Digglesby.
Let's go look at the jobs. And then... What time is it during the daytime?
You guys landed mid-morning, went to the Protectorate, spent about an hour there, walked over to the Alderman, spent about maybe like 20 minutes with him, about 30 minutes total. It's probably about midday right now.
I bet there's, like, a really good food place in Old Town. You know how, like, some of the best food is in really sketchy places? So we should go to the Protectorate, get shady, delicious lunch, and find decapitated heads.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Great.
If you head back to the office of the Protectorate, the job board, large, vast across the wall. Just make an investigation check for me for jobs.
Everybody?
Everybody, yeah.
A 21 for me.
Okay. So, looking at all of the jobs, you will see that from the jobs that you previously saw on the board, a couple of them are no longer there. The ones that are still there, that with any investigation check you can see that are still there, there is Giants in the north that is still there. Feral Beasts in the west is still there. The other jobs you knew about prior are gone. With current investigation checks, Juju and Vesper, both of you would see jobs about protecting individuals while traveling, about seafaring journeys. The seafaring journeys are much iller paying than the one you were just on. And Vesper, you alone would see that there is higher up on the board and a little bit further away a job about an inquiry into the murders in Old Town.
Jasnah, give me a boost.
I pick her up Dirty Dancing style.
Up.
And I will grab it and bring it back down.
Okay. As you grab it,
I twirl her once and then set her down.
performance check. Holy shit. Okay,
Wow.
yeah. So as you lift, you spin around once and give Vesper a lavish dip before bringing her back up.
I've heard.
The pink cloak, just in the breeze, swaying. Beautiful.
Wow, yeah, so that was really impressive.
A couple of people clap from across the room.
Oh,
It was
And I
very
hold it
cute.
up. Superhero style. I found one. Somebody wants to know why people are dying dead.
So, reading this across, this is directly from the Office of the Protectorate. This is not a contracted job. This is a direct job, which across the board, you don't see any other direct jobs. This is the only one on the board as such. It does not list exact payment or an intrinsic threat level. It does, however, request a C5 clearance or higher.
Forget what I am. I know I'm the highest. I think I wrote it down.
I believe to memory.
I'm C8.
Yeah, I believe you are a C8. Farwin and Vesper are C9s, and Jasnah is a C10. And then Jasnah had a dramatic late night tattoo.
what did the details say?
The details on the job. There are a couple of outstanding things. This is fresh paper. I won't even give you an investigation check. Like the ink is dry, but compared to some of the other jobs, the parchment is freshly posted. It is clear lettering, and it looks very uniform except for the number listed on there. It says there have been multiple murders and beheadings in the Old Town portion of Ioris. Circumstances varying, time varying. Current number 9.
9? Jesus. How
Individual.
long was we at sea?
About a month. A
That's
little bit,
still
a little bit
lot.
under a month. The
People-
first, I will give you that the first murder took place as you were leaving.
Wow.
So in the time that you've been gone, 8 murders have taken place.
Well, actually, the first one happened when the guy got in our face.
Yeah, so you're gonna need to step it up. You're really falling behind.
I mean, yeah, you're 8 murders down on this guy.
People really need to stop going to Old Town to get haircuts.
I have an idea. We set up a trap. Farwin walks alone at night.
No. Juju walks alone at night because
I would-
she is bright and colorful.
Whoa!
No, we cannot
Hey.
do that to her.
How could you do that to Juju?
I'm a child. How could you
Such
do
an
that to
inconsiderate
me?
young boy.
Exactly, you're a child. You look defenseless.
And
But you
I
have
can
a
turn
knife.
invisible. Good
You have a
point.
knife at the end of your stick.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't look defenseless.
Okay, that's fair. Can you hide it?
No, it's very large.
They probably still think you can't use it, though.
That's true.
Just hide the pointy bit. So we send you out alone in the dark, and we watch from a distance, and Basil will watch you. And then when people try to murder you, we just murder them and bring their heads back to the Protectorate. Say we did it.
I don't know if that's the best way to... Let's do it.
Well, also, we might need to consider what the guy who didn't even ring his bell once. He said maybe we can ask some of the local guard. They might have a few more details. And, we could offer them enough money to buy, like, a sheep or an alpaca. And, I mean, who would want to live here?
I'm sorry, I got confused halfway through that sentence. Are you saying you want to go buy sheep with Frank?
No, I'm saying that with the ludicrous amount of copper, more than I've ever seen. We can offer enough money that someone can leave this miserable place and start a better life somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like,
Yeah.
offer them that much money to give us some information.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just like wink at Frank.
Yeah, he'd probably tell us everything.
Okay, his name was not Frank. Also, why would I wink at him? It was not a date. There's no reason to wink.
But
We
if
are
you
here
winked
for
at him,
information.
he would give us the information.
Yeah. I'm not saying what you had was or was not a date.
What's a wink? Also, sorry,
yeah,
I
I was
should
gonna
ask.
say, I feel like Jasnah
Yeah.
would know what a wink is.
It's when you like blink one eye and like kind of give like a little ooh, you know, just like a
Show me.
Basil turns and winks and gives a little mouth shake.
Ugh. Okay, so something like
Just like that, yeah.
I don't understand. Why would that work?
You know how it just made you uncomfortable when Basil did it?
Yes, because he's a devil mouse.
If you do it to Frank, there's a child here, so I can't say what would happen, but he would be very happy and tell us everything we wanted.
This feels very dishonest.
Yes.
If we happen to see Frank, maybe. Let's go find a guard near Old Town and get this lunch stuff that you were talking about.
We'll say, as you are discussing this, there's one other thing about the paper that you notice. The ink, it is fresh ink. The two most fresh pieces are the number of bodies and the authorization level that you need to take the job. It seems that both of those numbers have been changing. Almost as if the more dead bodies pile up, the more dangerous a job they think it is.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Okay.
If you guys make your way out, are you just looking for the nearest town guard?
Oh no, I want to go up to the front desk first.
Okay.
Hello, front desk person.
Hi.
The
can I do
pink,
for ya?
yeah, great. The pink cloak gang will be taking this job. You can't tell us no. We're going to do it anyway.
Okay. Oh,
You can't say no. Don't say anything. I'm just letting you know.
Currently?
Who gives a shit? We're going to do it. This is a courtesy. Me telling you. Literally, they already walked out the door to do it. So.
I'm just gonna look, have any of you walked out of the door yet?
No.
I don't think so. I'm just standing there.
She's gonna look there at all four pink cloaks, look in the file, and just say, "Right, and she'll turn around to somebody next to her, and she will whisper something real quick. Just give me a moment here. I need to get something to process the paperwork. And she's gonna start rooting around in a drawer. Would you wait at the counter?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. As she does, a moment will pass, and while they are normally all in one same uniform, someone will come out in a entirely like green and embroidered uniform, as opposed to all the rest of them having a multicolored, like mostly white with a little bit of green on top and some undertones. Like full green, like undertones of white with gold trimming on. Will come out with a couple of other individuals as well as one town guard, and just
the Pink Cloak Gang, yes?
Yes.
Maybe.
Please, about this job, we do need you to step into a private chamber. This is a sensitive matter.
Okay.
Insight check.
Yeah, uh-huh.
He does want you to step into a private chamber. He does not seem to be lying. And currently, he's not threatened.
You know,
Okay.
do you guys really want this job, or maybe we should pick another tomorrow or something?
I will insist that you please step inside the private chamber so that we can discuss the job.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I follow.
Everybody goes inside the chamber. The door will close. It is well lit. There's table space enough for everybody. The only two to go in will be the individual in the green robes and the town guard. Please, everybody, have a seat. And he will also sit down at the table.
All right, take a seat.
Sure.
All right. There is a reason we put it higher up and a bit more out of the way on the board. This is a dangerous job, and none of you currently meet the qualifications for what we're requiring. What I'm about to tell you, and with the permission of the city guard, is knowledge that should not meet public ears. If it does, it could incite a mass panic. Understood?
Capiche.
The reason that the posting is of a higher warranted rating, above that of C10, 9, and 8 here, is plainly and simply because individuals of that skill rating have already gone to investigate and had been added to the body total.
Oh, jeez.
At the 6 murder mark, we sent 2 individuals and 1 city guard to investigate. All 3 of them were found also beheaded at separate dates. This has been escalated beyond your standing at the moment and beyond your skill levels. Now, I see that you did not receive an evaluation in the city of Ioris. You received it in Venarius from Helena. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been about 2 months. Is that also correct information?
Just about.
If you would like, we can reevaluate you, and we can, if need be, set you up with instructors or tutors to help you in your specializations, should you need. However, at the moment, I cannot in good conscience send you off to Old Town knowing that it would result in your deaths.
Farwin's eyes are like shining with determination, and he's like, we'll do whatever it takes to be able to take care of this issue. Too many people are getting hurt.
Well, if you're determined, then we can set something up immediately. I will say, the C5 rating we placed on there was for smaller groups and individuals. If 3 of you can meet a C6 rating, I would allow it.
We'll do it.
Right then. The test can't be held today. We've got preparations to make. But we can test you the following day. Let's call it midday tomorrow. And he'll pull out a set of paperwork, jot something down, and just leave it on the table there. I'll get this filed immediately. And like I said, any information that was said in this room stays in this room.
And forgive me, we introduced ourselves as the Dinklo Gang. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with at this moment?
My name is Raylis. I'm the branch manager.
Branch Manager Raylis, I appreciate you being forthright and direct with us in telling this to us and keeping our safety in mind. I do appreciate this.
Right. I just don't want to send anybody else to their death. As many people want to work for the Protectorate, I'd rather not have to send anybody into situations they're not accommodated for. Alright, you're all dismissed for the day. Midday tomorrow. If you're late, the test will be postponed.
Midday tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, you can leave now. The door is open.
Farwin leaves and starts heading back to the inn.
Farwin, hey, where are you going?
I'm going to the inn.
Oh,
I have a lot of push-ups to do.
no, Farwin. You have to get dinner in Old Town, remember? And I slap him on the shoulder and I start walking towards Old Town.
Aren't you hungry? Come on.
We're just eating. In Old Town.
Okay.
It's daytime still, so it's fine, it's safe. Come on, Juju. You know the way.
Yeah. I guess so. Let's go.
Okay. That, you all exit. As you're making your way to Old Town, let's go ahead and take a break. Let us reconvene at 9:40 p.m. Eastern American time.
Okay.
Okay, we are back. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed your break, and we're back for some more D&D. Again, I do mostly just kind of type in chat, so don't be afraid to say hello. But if you're looking, I appreciate you. Mwah!
All right, we're back, and you are on the way to Old Town, and you are looking for a really shitty-looking restaurant. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just a terrible restaurant.
You need to make a couple rolls here, because this is not about your own skill. It's about what he has to offer.
Okay, it takes you about 25 minutes. Not whole, like just once you get to Old Town, it takes you 25 minutes to find a building that is a restaurant. And on the front of the building, it just says, there's one tiny sign by the door that just says hot food.
That's pretty good. In my brain, I was thinking Randall's Slop Shop, but hot food is pretty good.
Hot food is the best kind of food. Have you ever had it, Jasnah?
Yes, I've had hot food.
Have you maybe only had warm food, though?
No, one time I used to be a little chubbier. I would not wait until my mother was saying that the food would be good to eat, and I reached into the stew one day because I love onions, and when I grabbed one and I bit it, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I stopped chewing, and literally could not taste anything for about a month, and I mean, she never found out. So yes, I've had hot food, okay? Jeez, you think I'm one of those cave people from up north? One of those degenerates? No.
I do think that a little bit, but we're still learning, so that's okay.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. No. I'm not a cave Highlander, okay? I grew up on the side of a mountain. Don't bust my chops. That's a saying, right?
Don't cave people also grow up on the sides of mountains, though?
No. It's different. They live inside the mountain. Like cowards.
Oh, got it. Okay. Like cowards. Yep, got it. Taking notes.
It's very different. They live inside it. We live on the side. On the side, not inside. On the side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some hot food.
I know what that is.
I opened the door a bit too forcefully.
It doesn't break off the hinge. It's one of those sliding doors. It's not a pull door. It just is on the track and just boom, 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 crack. And inside there is 2 tables and a bar counter, and there are like 2 people inside eating, and there's one guy behind the counter. He looks like a haggard down older human. It's like a droopy nose. And I'll point to either a table or bar.
I'll grab a table.
This is a really clean place.
Sure.
Have the other places been to not been?
I mean, especially clean. This place is really clean too.
Oh, okay. Let's go sit down.
Sit down at the table. There are 4 menus, as there are 4 seats, but they all just sit in a stack, kind of like haphazardly stacked on the middle of the table. They are just pieces of parchment. They are 2-sided. There's common on one side, and if anybody speaks gnome, there's gnome on the other side.
No.
No gnome here.
Nope. Only halfling.
I like to think they would be the same thing on both sides, but you never know.
See, I had the Tiamat tracker last campaign. I might need a new tracker.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That one.
Okay, that
is not
cancels
on
it out.
us.
Yeah.
That cancels it
That
out.
cancels out the tick. Untick the box. But on the menu, it is a medium-sized piece of parchment. On the common side, there are 5 things listed: broth, meat, bread, rice, mystery.
Mystery. Instead of special today, it's mystery.
It's mystery. For totals, it is 2 copper for broth, 1 copper for bread, 5 copper for meat, and 1 silver for mystery.
Does he come
Well,
over? I'm sorry, go ahead, Foreman.
I think I'm gonna go for the meat and the broth.
I think I'm going to do bread and mystery.
You're brave. Or maybe stupid, not sure.
I'm going to go with brave, but Basil wants the mystery too, and they're kind of stupid.
That's fair.
I love you, Basil. Mwah.
I think I'll just do some broth and bread. A little light. For lunch. Whatever we're doing.
Brunch, I think.
I mean, brunch can... Actually, no, she doesn't know what brunch is, never mind.
Mr. Waiterman person? Food?
What?
Bread and mystery.
I know. Wow. He'll check 2 marks on a slab. And he'll point it at Jasnah.
Jasnah turns over the menu to the gnome side and points at the most expensive gnome thing and then the second most expensive gnome thing.
Farwin. Farwin says, I'll have broth and meat.
I'll do some broth and bread, thank you.
He'll slap the slab on the wall in front of him, and it looks like there's something keeping it on the wall there, either a hook of some kind, maybe some putty, who knows?
Or the wall's just sticky.
Or the wall, honestly, the wall's just sticky. It's most likely that. And you'll hear the sounds of cooking. And he'll take a good 20-30 minutes. He's one man.
I just gotta
One
say,
place.
I love this group because in this world of mystery and magic, we pretty much went to the unemployment place to look at jobs, went to the bank, went back to the unemployment place, and are at the shitty local restaurant. This is just an approximation of my regular day, just an armor.
Eating soup.
Oh my god.
I love it though.
Jasnah, what did you get to eat?
I have no idea. I just pointed at 2 of the gnome things.
Do you speak gnome?
Gnome.
I will say there was one additional option on the gnome side that was 2 silver instead of 1.
I did say I chose
You
the
chose
most
the
expensive,
expensive.
and the second most expensive. So yes.
Okay. So after about 30 minutes cooking, they'll come around and I'll start putting things in front of everybody. Juju and Farwin, your food comes out very normal. Vesper, you ordered bread and mystery. You'll get your bread, and in front of you will be a slab of meat.
Does it look like the same meat that Farwin got?
Nope.
Is it like
Yes.
spam?
It might look a little spammy. Jasnah, as he finishes putting food in front of everybody else, he goes back. He's been taking multiple trips for each person. He comes back, and he puts down a cup of water in front of you. And then he goes back, and he puts down a cup of some kind of alcohol in front of you. And then he comes down, and he puts broth and bread. And then he comes back, and he puts meat. And then he also comes back and puts down spam.
Oh.
And then
Ooh.
he'll tap the table and point to his coin pouch.
I'll just drop
Give
a
money.
gold.
I will just give money.
Alright, for... whatever amount of money is given, he will just scoop into his apron, shuffle into his side pouch, and just go, and go back around the counter.
How much was the meat again?
The meat, I believe, was... Oh god, what did I even say?
Was it 5 copper?
I believe it was 5 copper, yes.
Okay, yeah, I gave him 8 copper then.
So yeah. As each of you has your 2 dishes, Jasnah has the full menu, plus a mystery.
I start feeding Basil the bread.
Basil just starts going, just a little rat eat, just. If anybody digs in, it's not bad. It's not bad food.
Was it hot?
It's hot. It's hot.
Good.
Especially the broth.
Yummy.
You said a cup of water came out specifically?
Yup.
Well, is that strange? Is it weird water or is it just water?
You're the only one who had a cup of water. Or an alcohol of any kind.
I mean, I drink it. I drink the alcohol.
The alcohol tastes cheap. The water, just a little salty. Not like sea salt salty, but like salty.
Mixed in a little salt in there. It's good. It's, I don't know, like mineral water.
Salt is a mineral.
Yeah, I eat.
Recall. Eat your hot food.
I take my time. Like I eat really slow. And I'm feeding Basil. So hopefully by the time I'm done eating, maybe the sun is starting to set a little bit. It's a little bit dimmer outside, you know?
Anyone else in here with us apart from the cook? Or
There were two
barkeep?
people, one at the bar and one at the other table.
I'd like to approach the person at the bar.
Oh, sorry, I didn't fully catch that.
Oh, I'd like to approach the one at the bar.
So you're going up to them, or
Yeah.
they are kind of a more middle-aged half-elf, longer hair, kind of shabby clothes.
Hello. Sorry to bother you.
What?
Hi. Just a quick question. You've probably heard about some of the, beheadings in this part of town.
A bunch of fucking hogwash. I ain't seen a dead body.
Fair enough. Have you heard maybe around, like, were they all found in the same place, or just around town?
You think I listen to the town criers?
I wouldn't blame if you didn't and use the bell half the time.
Why you want to know about the murders? Why you want to know about what I know about the murders?
We're trying to see if we could do something about it.
You some kind of undercover cop? You're a town guard? You gotta tell me you're a town guard.
Definitely not a town guard. And plus, if it's all hogwash, then there's nothing to worry about on your end, I guess.
He's gonna scoot his chair just a little bit away from you.
Good talk. Thank you. I'm gonna walk away.
He's just gonna look over his shoulder at you and squint real hard.
I'm going to wink.
Oh no.
He's gonna finish his bread and walk out.
That's incredible. If I wink at people, they just leave?
I guess I've never tried.
I learned from you. What do you mean you've never tried?
You learned from Basil.
How do you know he knows how to wink?
Because we are one and the same. Basil's literally a magic creature that I control.
Oh, so that's why when you blame Basil for stuff, I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's literally me, and Basil waves and I wave at the exact same time.
So you mean to tell me this devil mouse is merely a puppet, being moved, strings manipulated and pulled by a devil woman?
Yeah, I'm okay with that description, actually. Except I'm not a devil. I am just a lady who has a pet mouse.
You also don't
They
see.
just squint really hard.
Basil squints back.
We're going to have to talk about this later, but now's not the time. Our hot food is getting room temperature. Does it stay hot the whole time?
I hope so.
Yes!
Oh shit, actually no, this is still very hot.
Time passes. It does begin slowly moving towards sunset.
Here are my thoughts. Maybe we try to get a little information from a guard. We know that some adventurers have been killed, along with the guard.
I don't
know.
think we should disclose that information to anybody, though. I don't want to. It
No,
sounds
no.
like the branch
just-
manager is going to help us, and I don't want to screw that up because, it could be really useful.
No, that's fair. I'm not going to mention that to anyone. I was hoping to maybe learn if there was a common thread, just a common line. Maybe there's a particular type of person they like to hunt, but it seems like it's fair game. I don't know, so do we just start walking? Maybe try to learn a little bit more from a guard? What do you guys think?
Isn't it around here that we saw your friend?
Frank?
I don't entirely.
You all just forgot
Yeah.
his name and keep calling him Frank.
Yeah, I don't entirely remember if we found Frank here. Though he had kind eyes, I was a bit more concerned about Farwin. Far more concerned about Farwin.
Oh, right. That. Yes,
Well-
I can turn invisible. I'm okay.
You're still a young lad, so we need to watch out for you.
I'm an invisible young lad.
Currently visible young lad.
Oh, and when the invisible young lad gets in invisible trouble, how are we supposed to help the invisible young lad when no one can see him?
Well, Basil has really good ears.
That's true.
Oh, so he can listen to invisibility.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Basil is better at smelling. Kind of like Farwin, Basil's very good at sniffing. So, Farwin, no offense, you're a little stinky, just like because you're young and, you know, like a guy and kind of sweaty. So Basil can really smell you. So, no
Yeah.
problem.
So I'm
No
fine.
problem. Yeah, we're good.
Are you saying he's hormone?
Yes.
Farn doesn't have those kind of hormones. He just studies the blade.
That's
Oh,
the hormones we're talking
no.
about.
Oh no.
We call those the bad hormones.
They're that anime protagonist hormones. The Goku hormones. Oh no.
Oh no.
I feel like I am far less worried about Farwin than I actually am about you, Jasnah.
That's true.
Why are you worried about me?
Well, you've gotten into more trouble than the rest of us combined.
Also, sometimes you just hide in your room and are sad.
Okay, everyone does that.
No.
No.
Juju, you've hidden in your room and felt sad, yes?
Well, I would say I like to do the opposite. I like to get out of my room and go outside.
You know, don't knock it until you try it. It can be quite soothing. And whatever, I don't judge you all the time for being a devil woman, and I let you have far more reign than a young lad should have at your age.
I don't
And-
even know how old you are.
Juju, actually no, Juju's perfect. But never mind, Juju.
What?
And I'm not a devil. You can clearly see that I'm made of stone. Devils are made of hot.
Why are you hitting on Juju again?
I'm not hitting on Juju.
You said she was perfect.
Okay, it's a platonic perfect.
What's platonic mean?
It's what you say when you pretend you're not hitting on somebody, but you secretly are.
Oh, that's true. That's some real life advice right there.
I know.
That's not the meaning of that word.
Oh, I've never hit on anybody, so I don't know, but...
You haven't?
You have?
Well, no, but I'm a child and you're like older than me, right? So-
Not by that many. No.
Really? Wait, are you a child too?
Barely no. But that's a recent development. I'm fresh out of childhood.
Okay, everyone settle down with the hormones, okay? That's enough.
I'm an adult.
Drink your broth.
I didn't get broth.
I push some broth over.
Basil drinks it.
it. Have we ever seen Vesper eat?
Oh, I'm eating too.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm just also feeding Basil.
Okay, so how are we hunting this guy?
By going back to the inn.
Are you
How do we-
tired?
No, I just have a lot of push-ups to do. That's how you prepare for things, right?
Oh, so Farwin,
Yeah.
I was lying when I agreed with Really? That was a lie.
You shouldn't lie to people, Jasnah. I'm disappointed in you.
You wouldn't be the first. Secondly, we're going to finish this. As you said, too many people have been hurt. And we kind of whisked off when things were at the head. So, I saw a determined young man in that room. Do you want to do this? And if you absolutely do not, then we
I'm
go back to the
determined to
end.
get stronger so that more people don't get hurt, including us.
Even if we take that test tomorrow, it's going to tell you how strong we are now. We're not going
But
to
they
get...
said they could help us too.
And we will take the test and they can help us. But what if somebody dies tonight and we could have stopped it?
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
I'm not going to force you to do anything, but I don't think you'd forgive yourself if that happened.
Oh, you're
Ooh,
right.
okay, that's a bit heavy. Come on.
It's true. It's your choice what you want to do. I know what I'm going to do, and it's behead some fucker.
Wait, you're the killer?
Well, no, but I will kill the killer, which I guess makes me a killer, but I'm okay with that. That does not bother me.
Shit. Look, whatever we do, we're going to have to do as a team. So, I'm sorry, Farman. If you do not want to do this tonight, then we walk away.
I think Vesper's right, but we need to be careful, okay?
We'll be very careful.
Okay.
And don't always trust what other people tell you, even if it's a lot of people. Because a lot of people can be wrong or misguided about certain things. I know that their number system is very organized, but it shouldn't completely dictate our lives. I'm happy to acknowledge this system, but just always make sure that the decisions you make are your own.
Yeah, you're right.
How about you, Juju? Do you want to do this?
Yeah, I would like to do it. I definitely think that we should be careful. Also, not give up the idea of also just getting retested as well.
We can do both, I think. We'll get retested tomorrow. If you can give me an hour, I can make it so we can be a bit more careful.
Okay.
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 I'm going to turn Basil into a bat.
Oh.
Okay. The specifics of the spell, you require a brazier of some sort.
Barkeep. 4 more of your saltiest waters and a brazier.
Huh?
I set down 2 gold.
Big cup. Made of metal, please.
Look around.
How about a pot?
A pot or a
Or a pot.
bowl.
You'll see him pull up a finger and dump what looks like a pot of something out,
Oh!
and just
Where does he dump it at?
and just scoot it across the floor loudly around. Scoop up that 2 gold off the table before you can take it off, and grab 4 cups of water.
Is it salty?
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't think this is good for us, but I like it.
So you now have a slightly damp cauldron. Slash hot cauldron. A cauldron.
And I already marked off the 10 gold, so I will spend the hour turning Basil the mouse into Basil the bat.
Okay. Spend that hour. At this point, the other patron has left, and left as soon as the loud pot scooting began.
That's fair.
After an hour, Basil comes out of the pot as a bat. Just little talons. And just pulls out and just goes.
Basil, you are so cute.
And just flaps a little bit and like can't take off first and like rights themselves and just fum 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 and flies up and onto the top of your head.
I don't think you've been a bat before. Good job, and I'll feed them some bread. Okay.
Take it into little claws and just.
Basil and I can now do recon. So, we can get, for lack of a better term, a bat's eye view while
Yeah,
we're
I
all
think-
walking.
I think you do have to work on those terms, because I thought bats didn't have very good eyesight.
No, it's fine. They can actually like see in the dark. So it's like it's you know, it's like a whole it's like a thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. But it's fine, so it's fine.
Okay.
So do we just walk around?
I
Yes,
guess
but
so.
everyone, close up your collars.
Why?
But that's where my head goes.
I was trying to make a joke because, you know, he cuts off heads, so if you have your collar up, whatever. And she walks out.
Do you guys think Jasnah knows what a joke is?
Jesus Christ.
No, I don't, though.
Okay.
I will walk out and then have Basil start flying above and 60 feet ahead of us.
I'm gonna take Jasnah kind of seriously, and I'm gonna take my hair and make it into a massive bun on my head. Because I'm thinking that, what if they can grab my hair?
That's a great idea, though.
I just look like I have a second head, but it's all blue.
Love it.
Okay. You guys all prepare yourselves. You walk outside. Basil the bat. Squeak, squeak, squeak! Just off into the night air. How far out is Basil the bat going?
Just... oh, what's the spell, actually? 1 second.
I've got the bat stats up. currently.
Right. I'm just seeing how far I can communicate. I think it's
That's
120
100
feet.
It's 100
Okay,
feet.
so Basil's 100 feet in front of us.
Okay.
And I have a light hand on Jasnah's shoulder.
Okay. As you are all walking, I'm going to ping you on the map here. Please, whoever is leading, ping me as to where you are going. that building that I'm pinging right there is your starting location. So whoever is in the lead, please ping me as to what direction you're going.
It would have to be us, probably.
Yeah, probably us. Where? Hang on, I'm looking for minis on the map.
Let me just pull out, since you are leading.
And like, are the oil lanterns on in this part of town?
This part of town does not have any of the lanterns.
Any light coming from the homes or buildings?
There's a little bit of ambient light here and there. It isn't fully nighttime yet, so people aren't going out of their way to put out lights and be asleep for the night yet. The streets are quiet, however. Pick a direction.
Oh, pick a direction. Sorry.
Yep.
Where's the rich part of town?
The rich part of town is up in Newtown, which is up far north. So everything from those two yellow lines is in redevelopment. Everything below the two yellow lines is Old Town. Everything on the other side of the street has already been redeveloped. That's Newtown. Okay. So, walking east. I have secrets for Farwin and the stream. I would like to banish the two of you from this room momentarily, and Linda, if you could take off your headphones, and I will motion for you when you can put them back on. I have secrets.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm being banished.
Wait for them to vacate. This is the best way I can think of how to do this. Farwin,
Yes.
as you are walking along with everybody else, the night air is cool and cold. You continue along and you're scanning the streets around you. As you're walking east towards the beach, you see an intersection. There are two alleyways at the thinnest part of the road. There are three houses. As you're walking, you get to that intersection. There's an open shutter window. And Jasnah is walking directly in path with it, about to move out of the way.
Okay.
Vesper trips and tumbles, clutching onto Jasnah, and Jasnah crouches down a little bit to help. In that moment, you see Jasnah's head twist at the neck, violently shaking. Once, twice, three times all around until it pops off fully. The helmet clank, 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 clank. Blood spurting from the spout. Body drops. Vesper on the ground, stumbling. The bat slowly flying back, and Juju screaming. In a moment, your vision flashes again, and you are back. You are standing back in towards that middle section. You haven't reached that intersection yet. In fact, it's not even close to where that is. You don't see the window or the three buildings yet.
Okay.
Jasnah's head is still attached. Juju and Vesper are still walking. The air is calm and cold. Something felt weird from behind you. There was something from behind. That's all you get. Allow me to resummon everybody.
Can I do an Arcana check first?
You may do an Arcana check, but I am going to summon them.
Okay. 17.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
Thanks.
Wowee.
So, you are still walking along. You're making your way eastbound from the restaurant. Night air is cool. And aside from the odd light on in a house here or there, it's a little dark. It's quiet on the streets. Very, very quiet. Keep walking. You walk for about 10, 15 minutes eastbound. You guys are walking a little bit closer to one side of the street.
When does whatever happened happen?
You are getting close. You can
Got it.
see a couple of buildings that look familiar.
Okay, but I've already experienced that.
You've already experienced something.
Okay,
You get a weird tingling sensation in the back of your head.
got it. I would like to do an Arcana check.
Yep. Let me message you the result real quick.
Okay.
DM, when we have a chance, I think we wanted a bat perception check. And I'd like to try a perception check too.
Great. Perception check.
Yeah, I will give a bat perception check, which has advantage. Give me a second to figure this out.
It's a 20 perception.
Okay, with a 20, it's...
Also 20 for Basil.
Alright, 20s. You can hear the bat screeching in the night a little bit ahead of you guys. The bat sees nothing. Jasnah, you're looking around. There are a couple of things that are of note. As you're walking down the right side of the road, there are a couple of buildings close together, and you're coming up on an intersection where it's a little bit smaller on the road. You have to walk a little bit closer to the buildings. Other than that, you don't see any people on the streets. You don't see anything... I mean, that's really the only thing that's out of ordinary, is there are no people on the streets.
And you said that I specifically noticed like a tight intersection.
Yeah, there is a tight intersection. Specifically, you pin it on the map here. About 30 feet in front of you, there is 2 alleyways and 3 houses that are very close together. The road was about 40 feet wide, but it shrinks down to about 15 feet across.
I stop and put a hand up.
Guys, can
Yes?
we get out of here? Like, now? I don't want to talk about it right now. I think we need to go.
Are you okay, Farwan?
No.
Okay.
Okay. No worries. Let's start going back.
I'm going.
But I'm going to back up. I won't turn around. I don't know. Something about... That's a really tight intersection.
I will have Basil check it out. if Arwen wants to leave.
Yeah, no, let's go.
Basil will be fine.
Okay.
So I will send Basil to check out that intersection and then do a big loop around and report back.
Okay. Make a perception check for Basil there.
Wow, I have advantage and it was still just a 10.
Okay. Basil will report back on that eventually. You did say it was taking a wide round.
Mm-hmm.
As you're turning around, Vesper, I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me. As you are currently walking blind.
That's not bad though. 1 second to do math. 17.
Okay. 17 was not the number you needed there.
Alright.
You are going to catch a piece of uneven ground that feels like it's just been ill in repair, and you're going to stumble forward and topple a little bit.
Can I take an action?
You may.
I am going to look at my meta magic. And I am going to use Twin Spell, Invisibility, at level 3, which I can do now. Actually, I don't know if Twin Spell Invisibility works at level 3. Hold on, this is a little weird.
So Twin Spell allows you to choose an additional target for the spell. The spell...
For a single creature spell. But at third slot, it targets an additional creature.
I would say that is a tricky pickle. I would say no, the third level you wouldn't be able to twin it.
Okay, well, casting third level is more efficient than Twin Spell, so I'm going to cast at third level. And if it allows me to do it faster, I will quicken the spell, which turns it from an action to a bonus action.
It does allow you to do it faster, yes.
Okay, so we'll do that too. And I'm going to make Jasnah and Vesper invisible ASAP.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna yell, I'm just gonna say, follow me, and I'm just booking it.
Okay.
Upon hearing that, I move my hand from Jasnah's shoulder down to her wrist and, actually grab.
Okay. Do this in sequence. You trip and fall. Jasnah, you're kind of turning over to see as Vesper's fallen, and suddenly Farwin jolts forward, and Vesper is gone. You can't see her anymore. You can still feel her, but visually, just poof. No more.
Well, Jasnah's invisible too, right?
Yeah. And as you look down, you notice you can't see your own hands either.
But if Farwen yells really hard after acting very strange, I will follow his lead.
As you take your first movement away from that spot, 15 feet behind you, an open shutter door creaks and shatters and twists into a broken form and falls to the ground.
Can I take an action as I'm moving away?
What action would you like to take?
I'll blast it.
You're blasting at the piece of door of shutter.
Yeah, the twisted form you said?
The shutter, it was broken off of the wall, and instead of fully shattering into pieces, it looks like the wood has twisted around itself, and it's splintered, and that was the sound you heard. And then thumped to the ground as one twisted mess.
I'm gonna blast that. Well, I'm gonna try one blast and see what happens.
Okay. Okay. As you spin around on instinct, you just fire the bolt, and it hits dead on the piece of wood, now completely broken and twisted apart, shatters into hundreds of little pieces across, making a loud thunk sound as the bolt also impacts the concrete and leaves a little scar there underneath. You are visible again.
And then I'm going to go ahead and where it fell from, you said it fell from a window?
It fell from the wall on a window, yeah.
From a wall on the window. I'm going to blast that spot. Is what I'm going to do, like where it fell from.
Okay. Okay. It's a large target, so just roll damage for me. You're not going to miss it. Okay. As you boom the second bolt out, it cracks into the wall. It leaves a visible scar. The window shatters, and you're going to begin hearing rustling in the buildings nearby.
And I don't know if this does anything, but with that second hit, I feel like there's something a little more that I can do. Whatever, if I hit anything, I'm going to apply Thinking on Paylor to help keep me and help keep Farwin and these others safe. I just need them to be just a little slower. And I'm applying Lance of Lethargy on that second hit, if it happened to hit anything.
Okay. Visibly, you did not see anything get hit other than pieces of wood and glass.
Doesn't matter. Now I'm running 30 with Vesper.
Okay. Are all of you just booking it now?
Yeah, I'm not going to leave Farwin's side.
What's Juju doing?
I figured if I see all my friends basically go invisible, I would start running the opposite direction from where we were going.
Okay. You all run and run and run, and as you're running, you hear doors opening and people shouting, "What's going on?" And you'll hear multiple voices, like, and you'll hear a bell and a whistle as you begin running and running and running. And at full pace, if your intention is to get out of Old Town, it does not take you long. It'll take you maybe about 4 or 5 minutes at a full sprint to get out of Old Town.
Okay.
Yeah, Farwan won't stop till he's out of Old Town. And then he'll probably like turn into an alley or something.
Okay, you make your way to the redevelopment, and you dip into the alley. As you go, you look around a corner. Nobody's following you. You seem to be okay.
Hey, what happened back there? Are you okay?
You almost died, okay?
What?
Before Vesper tripped, I don't know, I saw something, okay? I saw like a vision where Vesper fell and then Jasnah's head twisted clean off, and it was right as we got to that area, and then Vesper did fall, and I mean, did you see what happened to that shutter before you blew it up? But that could have been you. Oh my god.
Hey, and I just grabbed him by both shoulders. Hey. You know it didn't happen? My head did not get twisted off. And Vesper did not die.
I told
Thank
you we
you.
should have been more careful.
Hey, we were.
Are you sure? Because you were firing bolts of magic in the middle of Old Town. That's not exactly careful.
I'm still alive, aren't I? Because I listened to you.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. I don't completely understand what just happened. All I know is you said to stop. I did not particularly like that very tight corner, and we got away. Thank you. And I slap his shoulder a little bit.
I think they're using magic.
Basil was scoping it out. They'll tell us if they saw anything.
I know I felt something come from behind us. And I don't know, we haven't met too many other people that can actually use magic.
So you think all the beheadings have been done by magic rather than sword?
Yeah.
How long does invisibility last?
An hour. But probably by the time we got to this alley, I would stop concentrating.
Let's wait for Basil to get back and see if they saw anything, and we'll go from there.
Would Basil be able to catch up to us as we walk?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you all headed to?
Farwan, where do you want to go to?
Back to the inn.
Okay, then we go.
Okay. You all make your way back to the Ivory Mess. Before you enter, the flittering of wings, a tiny screech, and Basil does return and flaps down on the shoulder of Vesper. The information you gather. At the moment that everything happened, Basil did not see anything, did not sense anything. As you were leaving, people were streaming out of their homes. The bells that were ringing and the whistles were to call guards down to Old Town. As much as the people of Old Town don't really want them there, with all the murders happening and everything, better to call them in and let them get murdered than let the people get murdered. But there are people who are looking at the glass, looking at the wood, a lot of shouting, and a lot of just noise in general.
I will pass that information along. And the whole time, it's probably the first time you've seen Vesper, upset. Anything but happy-go-lucky.
Are we at the inn by now?
Yeah, you guys can enter the inn at this point. As you do, it is, compared to what just happened, a completely different world. It is bright, it is loud, it is merry. There are people popping in and out, going up and down the stairs, drinks being served, people cheering over drinking competitions.
I go buy a round for everyone.
I head up to the bar, and the Air Genasi Quaff is there. She goes, "Hey, how you doing?"
No more miserable than yesterday.
Cool. What can I get you?
How special? 3, and then an apple juice.
Bring in an apple juice. You got it. And he'll whip around and out of a cask behind him, pull out 3 mugs and just fill, set them to the side. And one tiny cask, and he'll just and a stream of apple juice will come out. Close it off. All right. 3 melon beers and 1 apple juice.
I pay the man.
Yep. Just mark off 2 silver, 5 copper.
I just do a gold.
Hey, he will just take the gold, put it in a separate. He has 2 pouches on his side. He'll put it in 1 pouch.
Scene. Vesper looking forlorn, morose. I hand the drinks out, put one in front of her, and say, "First time?"
First time what?
I'm just messing with you. You okay?
Yeah. We should check on Farwin, though. Having premonitions is not like a fun thing.
I agree. It's not exactly a natural thing. He said he saw us die.
Did he go upstairs?
I think Farwin is just sort of waiting for people at a table, maybe. Well, yeah, he's waiting for people at a table.
Yeah, that conversation will be like an intercept with Vesper, and then the walk back to the table, and then I set the drinks out. Apple juice for you, Farwin.
Thanks for saving our asses, Farwin.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad you guys are okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
I kinda like skinned my knee. It hurt. Could have warned me about that. That would have. I don't know.
I punch Vesper in the knee under the table.
Well, on the bright side, even though it's really scary, we're super proud of you, Farwin, and also it's another step closer to possibly figuring out what's going on in Old Town.
I guess that's true. We've done more than anybody else has done, you know. Farwin, you saw. I mean, Jasnah, you both saw what kind of happened.
I don't totally know what I saw. I just reacted.
Juju, did you see what happened? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I saw it, but my memories are... I don't know. I don't know what I saw and what actually happened.
I just feel like as soon as you were like, run, everybody's invisible but me, I'm like, okay, I am in danger, and I just started running and didn't look back. I feel like that makes the most sense. I probably didn't see much.
Yeah, I would say at most it was a very fast moment. If your adrenaline would have got pumping from all the shouting and running and invisibility, which rightfully a stressful thing in the moment, I think turning around and not paying attention to everything that was happening would probably be apt.
Farwin.
Yeah.
So, when you said that you saw Vesper get hurt and me die, do you mean like you just had the feeling like something bad was going to happen?
No, I saw it. I saw it happen.
So you actually saw us dying?
Yeah, we got closer to that area where the road thins. Vesper tripped, and as she tripped, something came from behind us, something magical, and it hit you in the neck, and your head just twisted off, and you were dead.
So you do know what could happen then. This is huge, Farwin. You've done amazing.
And
Not only did you save both of us, you know far more than anybody else has known about this.
when it actually happened, whatever went past us and hit that window frame or whatever it was, it was going right for your neck, yeah, so it almost hit you.
So whatever I blasted,
Yes,
that's not what it was going for. It was going for me.
it was going for you, and that's what it hit.
Farwin, has this happened to you before?
Will, remind me, there was one other time where something like this happened, right?
It was on the boat.
Yes.
You got another physical vision of the town.
Right, yeah, it was as we were gonna leave, or a little closer to, we were leaving in the town, I don't know, I was just seeing all these people getting killed, getting their heads, I guess, twisted off.
And the imagery is similar. Not the location, but the way that the heads came off was the same with each one.
So whatever this is, I mean, I don't know. I've seen it before, and that's how they're killing people, I guess.
That's quite a gift. Sorry, it's an ability. You can. So you've had other visions, such as this?
Just those 2 times.
I am very sorry that you have to see that.
I'm sorry that it keeps happening to people.
You haven't done anything.
Yeah, but I can stop it. I know I can.
And you did.
Not for good.
Yet.
Yeah.
I hate to ask as Jasnah considers her hands for a second, I hate to ask a crass question, and if you don't want to, ruminate on it, then ignore it. When my head came off, did it come off clockwise or counterclockwise?
I mean, it would have been the same way as the shutter, I guess. What was that?
So the twisting pattern, it was counterclockwise near the top of the neck and clockwise near the bottom of the neck.
Got it. Okay.
Like it was being twisted in 2 directions at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, Farn will say that.
And Farwin, the other vision that you had, similar pattern?
I would assume so. Yeah. Yeah, same thing.
Hey Farwin,
Mm-hmm.
guess what?
What?
I grab a nearby sauce bottle, and though Jasnah's right-handed, She puts her left hand on the cork and twists counterclockwise. Well, now we know the son of a bitch is a left-handy.
Yeah, or at least their magic is. Can magic be left-handed?
I have no idea, but it sounded really cool when I just said that.
Quick, Jasnah,
Yes?
your blasts, you shoot it out of your left or right hand.
No, right hand always.
I'm left-handed, I shoot mine out of my left. So yes, magic can be left-handed.
Okay.
Oh shit. I mean, of course, that's exactly, I knew. Hey Farwan,
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking creepy, but you just gave us a really good lead.
You did good. You did the best of all of us. So don't beat yourself up. You saved 2 lives at least tonight.
I just hope we don't get in trouble with the Protectorate, because whatever's happening here, we'll need help to deal with it.
Or we'll just have to be sneakier. And we only went to dinner.
We went to dinner. We got a little turned around.
We
thought
caused a
this
commotion
city-
in the streets where the guards were called.
That
Didn't
was
know it
some-
was
Who's to
us.
say? Who's to say?
out with somebody else.
I'm not gonna lie to people for you.
I'm not asking you to.
I do
I'll lie
find
to
it interesting that the person in the restaurant doesn't know what's going on. Like they said that it was hogwash or something.
No, they did seem like they had heard it. They just didn't believe it.
Still weird. There was a lot of stuff going on. I think you would at least believe it.
I think he was one of those that does his own independent research and uses alternative news sources or something like that.
Or were they left-handed?
DM. History check.
Disadvantage.
It's 4. I don't
Did he
remember.
even have a left hand?
I'm not sure.
Who's to say if he had a left hand or not?
One hand show.
So we have a left-handed magic user. My thoughts? Maybe? You can check in with your friend at the college. Juju.
For like how people use magic with their hands.
And also just to have a reason to make some observations. Maybe he knows some horrid lefties. But it's just a start.
Yeah, it might be good to do our test first, because then that will really determine on how we approach everything after that.
Of course, I cannot wait to get the approval and the permission of a bloated bureaucratic system.
A bloated bureaucratic system that knew you would have died tonight if not for me.
The bloated bureaucratic system did not give you foresight. You had that yourself, so stop selling yourself.
And if I wasn't there, you would have died. Maybe you should trust someone other than yourself, Jasnah.
You know, Farwan, just that I'm willing to try.
With that, Vesper's going to go up to her room, drink untouched.
Yeah, Farman's going to bed too.
Okay. Juju, Jasnah.
I'm gonna hang out with my friend Mindy just to get a couple laughs in after that tense conversation.
Let's go, Mindy.
You're able to find her and putz around with her for a minute, and she is very easy to fall into rhythm with, and she gets you laughing pretty quick.
Did you drink your drink, Juju?
Yeah, I would say so.
I do look at the two other untouched drinks and just like... could have bought like 12 tomatoes. Laying back in my booth and just drink alone.
Okay. I think that is where we will cut off for the night. Pick it up. Fingers crossed. Next week.
Is this the first group fight?
Yeah.
I think so.
It's barely.
It's a spat. I don't think it's a full-on fight. I think we're spat.
Well, did we fight when Jasnah straight up murdered somebody?
No.
It was self-defense.
It was.
not self-defense. I was invisible. That was murder.
He pulled a fucking weapon out.
It was
And I was
self-defense.
invisible.
So you're a voyeur?
No, I turned invisible. I was fine. That's not self-defense. That was
Jasnah
murder.
wasn't invisible.
Yeah, I
Jasnah
was
was
invisible.
far away from him.
No, he pulled a weapon on me.
No, he pulled a weapon on me.
And then he didn't pull a weapon anymore because he was dead.
Yeah.
He had a blackjack.
And I cut that guy in half.
Or was it a billy club? I can't remember if it was a blackjack or
I think it was a
It was a blackjack.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Yes, it was. I remember
just
looking it up and be like, what is that?
Yeah.
He was just gonna wallop you a little bit.
Oh, and that's okay?
No.
I mean, a little bit more okay than full on.
A young woman like me,
Nah, man.
abandoned by her young man companion?
Both of them. Hey.
You see? Exactly. Yeah, that's just fucking entitlement. That is privilege. That, oh, I should just be okay with the wall, but fuck that guy. I cut him in half.
I mean, there's less drastic ways to go about it than cutting a man in half.
You're
No.
right. I could have cut his head off, but that was a little less dramatic.
That would have been a little bit less dramatic.
Okay, bye, stream.
Oh, right.
Yeah, let me
Yeah, we're on the air.
Good night, Emily specifically.
Yeah, we know you watch this.
Thanks.
She's gonna watch this in like 2,